Job. I'm kidding. Job 6. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is the difference and does matter is when people say that Sam, Phil, Bob, and Aaron are the same name, because they're not, and no one in their right mind would ever believe that. And it's even more of a joke to try to say that you can force YahWeh to believe that. A hammer cannot force you to do anything, so why do you think you could do the same to YahWeh? Excuse me. There is no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic texts because the letter J is about 600 years old, and the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. In a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. And I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means YahWeh is salvation. Job 6. Excuse me. And Job answered and said, "Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed and my calamity be placed on the scales, for it would outweigh the sand of the sea. Therefore my words have been rash. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks in their poison. The onslaughts of Eloah are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray, B-R-A-Y, bray when it has grass? Or does the ox bellow over its fodder?" Excuse me. "Is tasteless food eaten without salt? Is there any flavor in the juice of marrows?" Bone marrow is actually like when you're eating an animal and it comes to the bone marrow, I'm pretty sure it's the marrow that's actually really, really good for you too. I refuse to touch it. Excuse me. I refuse to touch it. They are like food when I am sick. Oh, that I might have my desire, that Eloah would grant me what I long for, that it would please Eloah to crush me, loose his hands and cut me off. Then I would still have comfort, and I would rejoice in pain, though not spared, for I have not hidden the words of the set-apart one. Excuse me. What strength do I have that I... Excuse me. So I'm just stuck in there. Little cough can't clear that up. What strength do I have that I should wait, and what is my end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones? Is my flesh of bronze? Is my help not within me? And is ability driven from me? To him who is afflicted, loving commitment, even the one leaving the fear of the Almighty. My brothers are as undependable as a wadi, W-A-D-I, as a bed on which streams once ran, which are dark because of the ice, in which the snow is hidden. When it is warm, they cease to flow. When it is hot, they vanish from their place. The paths of their way turn aside. They enter wastes and perish. I've been really thinking, excuse me, when Yehoshua is born, the sheep are out grazing, and if they have snow, then there's no way on earth that the sheep were out grazing in the winter time. Which means that the pagan holiday Christmas, or Christos Mass, or Christos death, has nothing to do with it all on itself in the Bible just by reading it. You don't even have to go anywhere else. Just that little bit of knowledge is just more proof that because the sheep were out grazing, it couldn't have been in winter at all. Excuse me. The paths of their way turn aside, they enter wastes and perish. Passengers of Tema, TE with a half a check mark, MA looked expectantly. Travelers of Sheba, SHEB with a line underneath of it, A, waited for them. Excuse me. They were ashamed because they had trusted. They came there and were disappointed. Indeed, you have now become the same. You see my downfall and are afraid. Did I ever say, give to me, or offer a bribe for me from your wealth, or rescue me from the hand of the enemy, or redeem me from the hand of the oppressors, or of oppressors? Teach me, and I shall be silent, and show me where I have gone astray. Words of uprightness are harsh, but what does your reproving reprove? Do you reckon to reprove my words and the sayings of one in despair, which are as wind? Excuse me. Do you reckon to reprove my words and the sayings of one in despair, which are as wind? Do you cast lots over the fatherless and make merchandise of your friend? So to sell your friend? That's not a friend if you're willing to sell them. But now please look at me, whether I would lie to your face. Relent, please let there be no unrighteousness. Relent, my righteousness is still in it. Is there unrighteousness on my tongue? Does my taste not discern what is perverse? Does my taste not discern what is perverse?